Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam, and welcome back to another one of my COD Zombies top 5 videos. Today we're going to look at 5 of the hardest things to do here in all of Call of Duty Zombies. Zombies in general really isn't all that difficult. When you do think of difficulty in the zombies, the first thing you think of obviously is higher rounds, and going for higher rounds on certain maps can be really difficult, but in this video I will not be mentioning any higher round stuff. That's quite obvious. Instead, I'll be going over certain tasks that are quite tough to pull off in game. So if you guys have any ideas for future top 5s or zombie top 5s, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys want to see more zombies content, drop a like on today's video. But besides that, let's go ahead and get into today's list. So coming in at the number 5 spot on my list, the Gouraud boss fight. And out of all the boss fights in Black Ops 3 Zombies, Gouraud is hands down the hardest. So if you really look at every single boss fight in Black Ops 3, you have DE, Revelations, and ZNS, which in my opinion are all pretty easy. ZNS can be a little bit challenging, a little bit annoying, but DE and Rev are crazy easy after you do it a couple of times. But Gouraud is the one boss fight that even to this day I still have troubles with, and I know a lot of people, struggle with this boss fight because it's not easy. The first phase you have the dragon, which is the easier part, but then when you deal with Nikolai, that guy can absolutely destroy you with those wraps. Oh my gosh, those rockets. It is really tough, and I feel like if you go into the boss fight without gobblegums, without self-med, you're probably gonna die. Now, I know that there are some really crazy speedrun strats for the boss fight. You can kill Nikolai in like 10 seconds, but for the casual Zombies player who doesn't know those strategies and just is trying to do the boss fight normally, it's difficult to do. It's very difficult to do, and it is definitely one of the harder things to do here in COD Zombies. So coming in at the number 4 spot, we are departing from Treyarch Zombies, and we are going into World War II Zombies, and one of the hardest things to do in this game is definitely these character unlock challenges, and I absolutely love this. You guys have heard me talk about it before. I really hope Treyarch does something like this in their next game, but in World War II, some of these challenges are not easy. Now, there are definitely some characters that are pretty easy to unlock, and then you have some more characters that are, a little bit difficult, and then you have the characters that are just really tough, even for like the hardcore zombie guys. It's something you can't do in your first attempt. It takes time. For example, like surviving 20 rounds without opening a single door, or surviving 25 rounds in the prologue, 25 rounds in the prologue without downing once. Like, that's not easy to do. It's tough to pull those things off, and it makes it one of the hardest things to do in COD Zombies. And then on top of that, you have, surviving 30 rounds without using perks, or, doing all these Easter egg challenges, speed runs, and all that stuff. I absolutely love all of these World War II challenges. They are difficult, and it's something to work towards, and that's why I wanted to see it in Treyarch's games so much. So coming in at the number 3 spot on my list, I have the Gouraud Easter egg challenges. And this may surprise some of you because you might be thinking, well, the challenges on Gouraud really aren't all that difficult, and yes, you are correct. The majority of them are pretty easy to do, but that's kind of what I thought originally. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that in order to complete these challenges, I rely so much on Mega Gums. Whenever I do the Gouraud Easter egg, and I actually went back and watched some of my old streams to kind of confirm, and I always rock the same gums when I play this map, and that's, Undead Man Walking, that's Idolize Now, and In Plain Sight, Perkaholic, all that stuff to make the Easter egg step so easy, right? But imagine doing the drone escort or the Russian Mangler escort step without using like Undead Man Walking or Idolize or In Plain Sight. It would be really difficult, and the majority of the time you're doing these challenges between like round 15 and 20-ish, or maybe above 20, and the higher you go, the tougher these challenges are. So I honestly don't know if I could do these Easter egg challenges without those mega gobblegums on. The more I thought about that right there, I kind of feel like I'm kind of spoiled when it comes to having all these gums. Now, of course, I purchased a lot of Diviniums in Black Ops 3, but not only that, I have like over 30 days playtime on Black Ops 3 just on the PS4, plus I have more time on PC, so obviously I've played the game enough to where I'll have a lot of gobblegums, but for those players who might not play the game a ton or as much as me, or don't want to spend money on the game, and they don't have a lot of those gums, doing these challenges on Gouraud could be very, very difficult. And if someone like me, I'm not saying the best player in the world, but I play the game a lot, if I can't do these steps without megas, oh my gosh, imagine just a casual player trying to pull off these steps without mega gums on. It's something that is really, really tough to do. And I think it's one of the hardest things you can do in COD Zombies. So coming in at the number 2 spot on today's list, the Black Ops 2 Origins G-Strike Easter egg step. And I am specifically talking about Black Ops 2 because in Black Ops 3, they changed it. It is completely different and is incredibly easy to do in Black Ops 3. But in Black Ops 2, this is a very difficult thing to pull off, especially for people who are not used to this step. Like, I have done this Easter egg on Black Ops 2 like 1,000 times. I've done this step 1,000 times, and there are some stretches where I can hit it every time, but then there are times where I just cannot hit it because you have such a small amount of time to actually pull this off. If you mess up just a little bit, you have to do it all over again. So if you're unfamiliar with how this works, what you have to do is you have to have G-Strike grenades, you have to go into the robot's foot, press a button, and then as soon as you exit, you have like 2 seconds, 3 seconds to throw the G-Strike grenade and have it land right on top of that, like that cover where the panzers come out of. And it is really tough to pull off in Black Ops 2. Again, in BO3, they changed it because they realized it was an issue, and in Black Ops 2, the Origins Easter egg was not designed for solo. It was more of a co-op thing, and they never really thought of that. But of course, again, they fixed that on BO3, thank God. But it's just so tough to pull off. And again, I couldn't imagine new players or people who aren't really used to this all that much in Black Ops 2, it would be very difficult to do, and you have to know exactly what you're doing. So coming in at the number 1 spot on my list, the most difficult thing to do in all of Call of Duty Zombies definitely has to be the Black Ops 2 Buried Sharpshooter Easter egg step. This one is a real challenge. So for this step, the thing that's so annoying and so difficult is it's kind of out of your control, right? Because you have a full team all shooting targets around the map, and some areas have more targets, some have less targets, you know, some are easier to hit, some are harder to hit. And the thing is, if one person misses one target, you have to do it over again. And that can be really frustrating, especially if you know you're doing your job, there might be somebody else who's struggling and can't hit their targets. I remember doing this for the first time on the Xbox 360 when Buried first came out. Believe it or not, guys, it actually took me 4 hours. Yes, I'm not even kidding here. 4 damn hours to do this on my first attempt. It wasn't me. I had some bad players in that game, and they could not hit those targets. It was incredibly frustrating. I still remember that game. 4 damn hours, guys, just on that one damn step. Now, the more I did it, the easier it was, but on console, it is not easy to pull this off because of the controller. You can't aim as well as you can with the PC and the mouse. On PC, it's actually pretty damn easy, but on console, it's so tough to pull this off. If you're planning on attempting this Easter egg on Easter egg, first of all, I recommend trying it on the PC. Way easier. Or if you do it on console, make sure you have a full team of people that know exactly what they're doing, because even if you do know what you're doing, sometimes it can be difficult to hit all those targets. You know, some locations, it's tough to see all of them. It's really fast, and it's quite challenging, and it is the most challenging thing to do in all of COD Zombies. So there you have it, guys. Those are 5 of the hardest things to do here in Call of Duty Zombies. But while we're talking about zombies, I do want to quickly mention the future of zombies content on my channel, because obviously I haven't been doing a lot of it right now. And honestly, that's because zombies right now is really dead, and it's not like zombies is never gonna bounce back. This is something that happens all the time. It's common. I've been part of this community for a long time, and zombies always dies off a little bit. It's gonna bounce back once Treyarch announces Black Ops 4, or if there's just even leaks regarding zombies. The hype will start building once again for zombies, and zombies will slowly but surely start bouncing back. And once Treyarch releases their next game, zombies community will be, you know, on top once again. But right now, there's no content. It's dry. World War II isn't the greatest, but again, once Treyarch starts announcing BO4, don't worry guys, I'll be back doing more streams and posting more zombies stuff. Besides that, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe for more zombies content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.